it's Carolyn Zook here with C Zook Stitch, and today is Saturday, October 26, 2024. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm really glad that you're here spending part of your day or your evening with me. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a great week. It was pouring rain earlier, and now the sun is out. So hopefully the lighting will be okay today. We'll just see. We'll just go with the flow. I just got my hair cut this morning, so it feels really good because it got delayed because I had pneumonia and RSV, and then we rescheduled, and then she had to cancel because she got COVID, my hairdresser, and so it was very long, but I feel much lighter now, so that is very fun. Yeah, it's been a pretty good week. I was able to work from home on Thursday and Friday because I'm supposed to be in Toronto I think technically London, Ontario, at Stitch North this weekend. So if you are there, I hope you're having a great time. I've seen a lot of photos. It looks like so much fun, and I miss you all, but it was definitely the right decision for me to just stay home. I am feeling much better. I still have a little bit of a cough, but I'm feeling much better physically. And mentally too. Jack and I continue to, we're doing pretty well. He's being very snuggly, which I don't mind at all. So, yeah, we're doing well. But it does feel good to be able to have a weekend just at home, to just kind of continue recovering and just snuggling with Jack and all that good stuff, and getting some stuff picked up. My house is kind of just a disaster just because, you get your mail and you stick it in a pile and that sort of thing. And so I'm going to go through all that this weekend, and it'll feel really good. So I hope you've had a good week as well. I saw my friend Tami yesterday, and she gave me a bunch of FFOs that I had given her to finish. So she is my finisher. She's also the finisher for Acorns and Threads. So if you need anything finished, check out Tami. I'll link her down below, her information. Yeah, she's fantastic. So let me show you what I got from Tami for FFOs. I didn't pull out all the information. Well, anyway, this is called Educated. This is a Bent Creek chart, and it looks so much like Simon. And I wanted it as a flat fold, and so she did just that. I feel like she picked the perfect fabric that really draws out the colors. This is sort of what Simon looked like, sitting on a pile of books. I want this in my office at work, so I love it. And I love the kind of burgundy light red trim that she made. She makes all her own trim using, I think, DMC. And it has the long dangles. I think this turned out really cute. Well, you can't see it standing, but it stands up. It's a flat fold. She did a wonderful, wonderful job. So I am super excited to take this to work. I don't think I have any cross stitch in my office yet, but that will be changing. So, I don't like it there. It's going to fall down. My desk is so full of goodness to show you. So that's exciting. Then I'm part of the Biddy Bowl Club, which is by Pine Mountain Needles. And you've seen these, they're little smalls. There's 2 charts each month that I get. And you also get the bowl. My bowl is here. It has other stuff in it right now. It has my Black Cat pincushion. It has my Peter Rabbit tin. And it has this tin, which I think she's adorable. And it has some floss I need to put away. So this is the bowl that they're supposed to be in. That bowl just sits out on my desk. But I'm super excited because, okay, let's start with March. So I had finished March. These kind of fell out because I just did. Okay, so this is March. So every month you get a bag. You get everything in the kit. So you get a bag and the trim and the charm and the stuff, the leaves. But anyway, so she put it all together. The kit came with this fabric already sewn on. And so Tami made it into a bag for me, and it's super cute. So this is March, the March bag. And it's stuffed. The bag has stuffing in it, and then you stick this in there. And then the pillow says luck. Isn't that cute? It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. And then there's the back, which I think is adorable. So that's March. So I can put those out in my Biddy bowl now. So super thrilled with that. Then we also did April. April is done. So this is really sweet. It says spring and it has the ribbon. And then it came with this grass, and Tami even put the grass in for me. And it is stuffed with stuffing. And then the grass just kind of sits on top. So that is super cute. And then here's the pillow that goes with it, which says Nest. And then here's this beautiful backing. She does such a great job of matching the colors, like the Chanel trim really pulls out the blue, and blue is my favorite. And then the backing really pulls out the colors. And so maybe the trim came with it. I can't remember. Tami, let me know. But so this is April. So that is super cute. And then I had one part of August done. I handed over August to her, the other part of August. So I have half of August done. So this is FFO. This is the bag. And again, the bag is stuffed. And the kit came with this fake foliage. And it's a little beehive. And then the charm came with it, and she put it all together for me. So really, really great job. I'm thrilled with it. Thank you so much, Tami. So now I have all these, and we will be finishing more of them next year, because that whole series is going on my Year of Whips, and it's going to go on my, well, just Year of Whips. It's also on my countdown to 50, where I'm trying to finish 50 projects by the time I turn 50. But I'm only counting it as one project because it's like a series, even though there's technically it could be 24 projects, but I'm counting it as one. So those are my FFOs. And when I was at Acorns, I will show you my haul in the haul section, but I did drop off 2 pieces for framing at Acorns. One piece was Immortal by Lucy Bean, buying cross stitch like I'm immortal. We went kind of wild on that one, so I'm super excited to see how that turns out. And the other piece was Home of a Needleworker, which we found the perfect blue frame for it. So I'm also very excited about that, to see how that turned out. Okay, so let's get into whips. Okay, so first up, my 25/7 piece for the month of October is, this was an exclusive from the Stitching in the Wild retreat in Alabama that I went to in September. It is by La Di Da. It's called Ghost Pumpkin. So this is super fun. It goes super fast. I'm not doing the year or the stars. I'm going to decide later. I might put in some charms. I know Robin from Bird's Eye Stitcher also said she was going to put in charms. I probably got the idea from her, honestly. But or I might just decide it doesn't need anything. You know what I mean? Because as you can see, I got the hat done. There was a day where I had some extra time, so I did do some extra, like more than 25 minutes on it. But the hat is done, and you can see we're starting in on the pumpkin. The pumpkin has a few colors, so I'm probably going to go in and do a lot of the white first. I generally like to do the lighter color first and then do the darker color around the lighter color. That way I feel like, for me and the way I stitch, that if I do the lighter color first, usually, the darker color doesn't get pulled through and mixed in with the lighter color. But this is where we're at. This is a pretty quick piece, honestly. It is 91 stitches high by 71 wide, so it's not very big. I know the pumpkin's going to take a lot of work, but I actually might try to finish this year. I don't think this month it'll be done, but I think maybe I have some extra time in November where I think I can maybe get this done. This is on a 32 count Confederate gray fabric, and I turned it so it's only using half a piece of fabric at most. So I'll have another part to stitch on something else. So that is Ghost Pumpkin. Super fun stitch, super fun for 25/7. And I'm really enjoying that. Last Saturday, I pulled out Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, which will look like this. I am on block 5, so I have the first row is all done. I'm working on block 5 over here, and I did decide to kind of work across a little bit and then go up. But it is almost a full coverage block, right? Except for that very top where the words are, that is not stitched, but everything else is stitched. So I'm stitching this on a 32 count Vanilla Latte by Bestitch Me. So it's big, 32 over 2. So I can't remember if the anchor was done. I think the anchor was done last time, but I carried the sand over. I did this coral, and I did the 2 skeletons. I feel like I did some more blue fill-in too, but maybe I didn't. But that's what we're going to work on next, which is today. Today is Saturday, so this will be the last day that I pull it out probably for the year, honestly, until next year. So we'll try to get some more blue done across that way. So this is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, block number 5. Here's my witchy needle minder with the black cat on the broom. So that is fun. That is fun to pull out. I mean, I do miss working on my Hawk Run Hollows. And I do intend to get them back in a rotation someday. It might be a couple years, but anyway. I did work on Autumn Montage. This is artwork by Janet Stever, charted by Pain Free Crafts. This is my seasonal Sunday piece, so I pull it out on Sundays. We're here in the first block. We got this acorn up here mostly done. This one is mostly done, and so we're kind of starting to move past that towards the other acorn. Which once we get to this acorn, I would say maybe we're about halfway done with that block. Maybe? What do you think? Anyway, so I got 420 stitches done on this last week. It was at 4.10% done for the whole piece last week. And then after I stitched, we are now at 4.39% done. So I did some more work down in here in this acorn. I think there's 2 stitches right there that haven't been filled in yet. And you can see there's some empty space there I need to fill in. But I did work up here. This one is done. You can see there's 1 stitch right in there. 1 stitch in the border that I got to pull out. But I kind of work up and down or up, down and up to just kind of move across. So, yes, so 4.39% done. So you can see again, if I hold this up. So I work on this on Sunday. So we're right about here. So moving towards that other acorn. It might be a good goal to see if we can get to that other acorn before I put this away. So I work on it every Sunday during fall. So, I mean, we're really only 1 month in. We still have 2 more months almost to work on this. So we'll see where we get to. But yeah, we're moving along. Looking good. All right. Next up, I have not 1, but 2 finishes to show you. Right? I know, it's amazing. I have 2 finishes to show you. I finished 2 things this week. First up is Black Cat Season, which is done. I finished it. It is by Lindy Stitches. It is stitched on a 32 count Blackberry Latte by Grace Notes Fabrics. It is designed to be a bell pull, but I decided to stitch them 3 across by 2 down, obviously. And I was working on that bottom chart. So there's 6 different charts, so you can kind of mix and match however you want. I did not iron it, so pardon the wrinkles. That bottom one was by far the fastest. The bottom block, Black Cat Season, the one that says Black Cat Season, only took me 7.5 hours. The longest block was the one right before it. See a Black Cat Pick It Up. That one took me 11.5 hours. Overall, this total piece took me 56.5 hours from start to finish for all 6 blocks. I started it October 1st of last year, and I finished it October 21st of this year. But most of them took between 9 and 10 hours, I would say, most of the blocks. So pretty quick stitch. It was so much fun to stitch it. keeps your interest, especially if you're a black cat lover. So I really, really love this. It really turned out cute. I don't know how I'm going to FFO it yet. So I'm just going to hang on to it until I figure that out. It only used half a piece of fabric, so which is great because this is a great fabric by Grace Notes. So I am super excited to one, to use the other half of fabric for something. I don't have anything in mind, but also to have that done. So that was finish number 8 for both for Year of Whips. I gotta take a picture of it. Year of Whips, and for Countdown to 50, where I'm trying to finish 50 pieces by the time I turn 50. So finish number 8. So we have 8 done. So technically, that piece makes me eligible for the drawing for Year of Whips by Melanie Watkins, because you have to finish half of what you say. Like you pick, I think she said 8 projects this year, or maybe 6. I can't remember. I picked 16 because I'm an overachiever. I'm not going to finish all 16, but I did. But you have to finish 8 of whatever you pick. So I'm now at 8. So that's great. That piece also counted for this month's magazine monthly acrostic challenge. So the theme was pumpkin patch, and I counted that because you might see black cats at a pumpkin patch, even though there's no pumpkins on there. But I made it work for me. But then, oh my friends, that is not all. Then we finished another piece. You're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. We finished Our Hearts. This is by Brenda Gervais. Oh my gosh. So you can see very lightly. It is very, there's a heart there. There's one there. There's one there, and then there's one down there. It is almost tone on tone with the fabric I chose, but that's okay. You can see it in real life. You can see that something's there, so I'm not going to change it at this point. So it says, your heart and my heart are very old friends. I love this piece so much. Now, in here where the keys are, I put the keys in. You're supposed to put initials in there. I think it was designed by, like, for her husband for like an anniversary piece or whatever. And I thought long and hard. I mean, even like for a friendship piece. But no matter, I always worry about leaving people out. And I was like, I'm not married. I don't know what to put in there. And I was like, should I put my grandparents in? Well, which side of the grandparents? Well, should I put both sides of the grandparents? But what about my parents? Like, no matter what I came up with, I felt like I was leaving somebody out. So I went through this book. This is the Sampler Company's Ultimate Sampler Motif Source Book by Brenda Keyes. It's literally just a bunch. I'm just going to flash it really quick. It's a bunch of motifs, charted motifs. And I found something that I thought would fit and that would make sense to me, which are the keys, because kind of like the key to my heart sort of type thing. And so I put 2 keys in, and I think it looks pretty good. I put it in the same color that was called for the initials, which is Schneckly, which is the same color as this pot. So color-wise, I think it balances, and it's a sampler motif, and this is somewhat of a sampler. This piece, 32 count platinum Lugana, is what I stitched on. It still has a chunk down here and then a whole nother side. So I will probably cut it. So it kind of took a little over a quarter. I will probably cut it this way so that I can have a chunk here and then a smaller chunk there. That's probably what I'll do. I don't know how I'm going to FFO it either. Probably frame it. Maybe bell pull it. I'm not quite sure. But that piece took me, okay, I started it February 1st of 2021, and I finished it October 24th of this year, so 2 days ago. So that would have been Thursday. It took me a total of 32 hours, which is not that long for it to have taken 21, 22, 3.5 years. We like to draw it out. But that is finish number 9 for Year of Whips and for Countdown to 50. So thrilled with that finish. That one was a long time coming. It was one of those that I started and I liked it and I just put it away and just didn't touch it for a couple of years until this year, really. Until I put it on my year of whips because I am trying to clear off some of the older year of whips. So this book is super handy. Even if you think you're not a sampler stitcher, I find this book really handy just for little things like what I just did. Like, I found a couple of images and I had a few, like there's also like border motifs, which I thought about how I could put in a border motif there, which would have worked just fine too. And then I like the keys the best. They just kind of seem to fit for me, but like you have a lot of options. So even if you think you're not a sampler stitcher, it's a really handy resource guide. So I do like it. So 2 finishes this week, Yahoo. And then I had an extra day. So Black Cat season, I only worked on one more night and I finished up that block. Our Hearts, I worked on like 2.5 nights probably. And then I mentioned earlier that the Ghost Pumpkin I had extra time to work on. So I worked on, like I finished up Our Hearts and then spent the rest of the time working on Our Pumpkin or Ghost Pumpkin. So then I had a spare night last night because I wasn't sure how long it was going to take me to finish this. So I pulled out Historical Sampler Company Flower Burst Sampler. This is also my year of whips and the baby's going to be 1 next month. So I am over in here. So like we started up here where we've gone around. So I'm in this area. I'm kind of like moving up to here. And then we just have this and hopefully it will connect and then doing the name. So let me show you what I worked on last night. So last night I put in this blue flower, that blue flower, this motif here, this heart. Something is a little off. We're a row off somewhere in here. I don't know where. I put in that one and I started on that one. So that one will look like that. And so we can't quite see where it meets up yet. I almost slammed it in my face. But we're working our way up there. So yeah, so that was really exciting. I was really happy to pull this out. And it is a lot of work because there's a lot of color changes. So you feel like, and there's so much going on in this border, you feel like you're not making progress, but the border is almost like a circle. I mean, not quite. I mean, it is a square, but like by the time you feel like you're getting in the groove of going across, you're already turning the corner to go up. So, but there's a lot of color changes, right? Because like there's a lot going on and all these little color changes. And so it is a little bit finicky, but also it's really beautiful and fun and worth it. So it's kind of like not looking forward to working on it. But then once I pull it out and start working on it, I'm like, okay, this is good. And now that I know I'm like this close and then the words, I'm really motivated to work on this. So stay tuned for my plans. Stay tuned for the plans. So that is everything I worked on this week, which I think is pretty good. See as how we got some finishes in there. Okay, let me show you Haul and Stitchy Kindness. So when I saw Tami, she not only gave me my FFOs, but she gave me this little 2025 calendar, What Cats Teach Us. And she said that she imagined that Simon looked like something like this when he was little. This is super heavy. So it gives you little things that kitty cats teach you every day for 2025, which I'm super looking forward to. This is going to be perfect on my desk at work because that's where I am most days. So, and I'll bring it home when I'm like working from home. But I can't wait to pull this out and put it on my desk at work. So thank you so much, Tami, for thinking of me. And she's the one who sent the handmade hugs card last week. And oh, look at that precious face. So thank you so much, Tami. I will enjoy that year round, and I will be thinking of you every time I read a new kitty cat fact. I did get several cards as well. This beautiful one is from my friend Patty and her 2 kitty cats, Patches and Piper. So thank you so much, Patty. It had a lovely message inside, and I just appreciate your kind thoughts, and I appreciate your friendship as well. This beautiful card is from my good friend Mandy. She is Mandy Parker here on Flosstube. I will link her down below. And her black kitty cat stitches. She wrote a lovely note as well that just warmed my heart. So and she reached out to me as soon as she learned, like on Facebook and stuff. So Mandy, thank you so much. And thank you, Stitches, too. We love you guys, and we are, your words really did bring us comfort. I got this sweet, I just love that face. Sweet, sweet dog from my friend Joy Lisa, and another lovely note. You guys are so good with words. So Joy Lisa, thank you so much for thinking of me. This was so sweet. I haven't reached out to you yet. I'm so sorry. But I got it, and it did warm my heart. And then I got this card from my aunt and her partner, Aunt Gail, who you probably have seen comment either here or on Facebook. She's very involved in our community, which I love. So thank you, Gail and Pete, for this really sweet card and your kind words. And then I got some other cards from some other family members as well. My Aunt Margie and uncle and their family. I don't think they watch, which is why I'm not showing it. But I do need to reach out to them as well. So thank you all so much. You're seriously, like, this community is the best, and I feel so loved. And Jack and I both feel so loved, and just kind of we find strength in your friendships. So thank you so much. I got my fabric of the month from Garan. This month is Fabrics by Stephanie, and it is called Tropical. I get 32 count linen. So think what you would think of as tropical in your mind. I have an image. I mean, I'm looking at it, but I also have an image. Okay? You got when you hear tropical. All right? This is going to blow your mind. Right? I was thinking it would be like an aqua blue or something. No, it's this beautiful, like, yellowy, reddy, orangey, like sunset. Oh, that's going to be fun. I have no idea what I'm going to stitch on it, but that will be fun. I have nothing like this. And I love Fabrics by Stephanie Fabrics. So I think this club is coming to an end probably December, I think. I'm not going to well, I don't know if they're doing it again next year. But I'm going to end all my fabric clubs because I have enough. I have a drawer full. I need to use it. And I have enough. I'm going to be good next year. Okay. Next up, I had to place an order. I was enabled by Garan because, you know, they show in their Flosstubes, they show charts and stuff. So they showed this last week, and I literally paused the video and immediately ran. I have a bunch of her charts. I've started one of them, but look at this. Christmas reindeer. Look how beautiful that is. This is by La Petite Croix de Lucie. I started Halloween Window. I haven't worked on it a whole lot, but I did start Halloween Window this year with Kathy from, Karen. Sorry. I always do that. I don't know why. I know who you are. Karen from Stitching Past My Bedtime. Her partner that she does Stitching Past My Bedtime with is Kathy. Kathy and Karen. So, Karen, you need to get this so we can stitch that. So that came from Garan. And then I saw, and I wish I remembered who. Somebody finished this and shared it on the Garan page. And I needed this. I absolutely needed this. This is by Little Robin Designs, and it's called All She Surveys. Look at that. The lady on the horse, I love. I love kind of the perspective, right? Like these giant flowers, this tree, and then this house way off in the distance. I love it. This is going to be a lot of stitching, but then overall, I mean, not too bad, right? I love this so much. It is gorgeous. There's a DMC conversion. It calls for a mix of Gast and Weeks Dye Works. 200 stitches wide by 102 high. 32 count linen. Picture this plus in the colorway vellum. I have something in my stash that will work for that. So I got that. Then I got in the mail. So I think I was late on renewing my subscription for the World of Cross Stitching. because I'm missing some issues. Not really missing. I think it just lapsed, and I don't know if I'm going to get the other issues that I missed. This is the November 2024 issue. So I'm guessing I won't get the other ones because it's been a while. They send these monthly, and it's been a little while. But look, Peter Rabbit on the cover. I'm so excited about that. I haven't looked through this yet, but I do plan to do a flip through so we can look at it together. So stay tuned for that if you like the flip throughs. But I'm telling you, I'm marking that one right there. And then this one always comes with a free gift of some sort. So I got this little mushroom house kit that says Home Sweet Home. Really, really cute. And then because I renewed, I got this 2025 calendar with 6 new charts by Emma Congdon, Stitchrovia, to stitch. I may be giving this away because I have so many other calendar pieces that I want to stitch, and I'm not sure I will stitch these. No Rain, No Flowers. I do like that one a lot because I live in Oregon. This one says, stay close to people who feel like sunshine, never miss a chance to dance, kindness is magic, and good day to be happy. So stay tuned for that, but that came as a freebie. Then when I was at Acorns, I was dropping off my pieces. I was being good. I was dropping off my pieces. Well, I got a couple things for you all for giveaways. So I saw this. I thought this was really cute. I had never seen this by Satsuma Street. It's called Pretty Little Baby. So you know she has the Pretty Little series of all different cities, kind of around the world. But this is like a baby birth sampler, kind of. Or not really a birth sampler, but like Pretty Little Baby, Emily. So it's not really a birth. I mean, you could add in the other details around, like there's plenty of space to add it in. Or if you just wanted to make it a pretty motif for a baby's room, you could also take off the name. You could change the colors. So I thought this was really cute, and I hadn't seen it before, but it's called Pretty Little Baby. And then I got this one also for giveaways by Luminous Fiber Arts. I thought this was so cute. It's called Farm Fresh Eggs. So you get that piece, which I think is really cute. But then you get these baby chicks, which you could totally do for Easter. Just maybe, or not, but like you could just change the colors to be a little more pastel-y. And wouldn't those chicks be darling for Easter? Those chicks just are so cute. So you get all the patterns in there for that one too. So I picked up those. One for you, one for me is kind of the way we did it. Then, I feel like I'm missing something. But anyway, so then I was browsing around and I was like, oh, I haven't seen these charts before. This isn't me. So I put them down and I walked away. And then I kept thinking about them. So I went back and I bought them all. Excuse me. So I need another seasonal series. I got the By the Sea series by Jeanette Douglas. So this is Summer by the Sea. There's just something about it that I love. Like she has specialty stitches, she has beads, she has charms. It's so pretty. Here's Spring by the Sea. So like summer's up here, spring is down here. I'm not sure I'm going to do the words. I'm not sure, like that's the only thing I'm not sure I'm going to do. But look at that crab. Isn't he fun? And then we have Winter by the Sea, which is like on the bottom, the next one over with the whale. Like this to me looks very Oregon coast. Like with the whale and the big trees and all that. That to me is very Oregon coast. And then Autumn by the Sea with the seahorse and the shells and the starfish and the pumpkin. So there's a lot of specialty stitches. I hesitated on, because they had 2 of the thread packs, and they could get the other ones. And I was like, nah, I think I'll just do a DMC conversion, because it's all like silks and stuff. And then I got home and I read, I know it's Jeanette Douglas, right? Like, it's complicated. And there's a lot of colors. And it's a relatively small piece. It's not a huge piece. The design count if you're just doing, she has a page with a border, like if you just wanted to do one of these, or if you wanted to do them as like 4 separate pieces. Each design count with a border. So she has a border that goes all the way around inside each of these. So you can do it either way. You don't have to buy anything extra if you want the border. They're 100 by 100, which is not too bad. It's a little, I don't know if it tells me design count. It's somewhere in here. I can't see it without taking it all out. But somewhere in here it tells you the size if you do all 4 pieces together on one piece, which is probably how I'll do it. Probably. But look at that border. Look at all the different colors. Like, I just love the colors. So I called Acorns back when I got home, and I said, you know what? I need those thread packs. So they're going to order the other 2 for me and grab me the 2 off the shelf that they had, because I'm going to have to do it over one because that's what it's called for. Otherwise, I'll run out of thread. Which I'm not thrilled about, but I am working on another piece that I'm doing with one thread, and it's fine. But yeah, so, and it calls for 32 count with just one thread. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I think that's everything. I forgot to pull giveaways. So let me pause you real quick, clean up a little bit, pull giveaways, and then I'll be right back to announce giveaway winners. Okay, we're back. For you, that was a split second. For me, it was maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, we have winners. First up, this one was very popular. Signs of Christmas Festival. And the winner of this is Cindy Godot. Cindy, I should have your address, but I just did, like I said, a quick look. I don't know if I have your address. So if you can email me at czugstitch@gmail.com and send me your address, and then I will have it. So congratulations to Cindy. I'll get that mailed out to you. The winner of the Signs of Christmas decorating party, gingerbread house decorating party, is Sophia Lucero, 3821. So Sophia, you spell your name the same way my niece spells her name, with an F, not a PH. So that stood out to me. So Sophia, I need your address as well. My email is always linked down in the description box. And then we gave away Trust the Universe by the Snowflower Diaries. And the winner of this is Jeremiah's mom. I feel like I should have your address, but send it to me just in case. Okay. So those are our winners from last week. I still have not sent anything out, and I apologize. I will. Hopefully Monday I will get, hopefully Monday. Okay. So for this week's giveaways, we're going to give away our hearts. I'm done with it. I won't stitch it again. So if you would like to win this, please don't say win or giveaway or anything like that will attract spammers. I'll mail this anywhere in the world. I'll just need your email or your mailing address. So if you would like to be entered to win this, the keyword is heart. 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 Okay. And then let's give away the Farm Fresh eggs because I think it's so cute. And you could totally finish this by Easter. Easter's later this year. I think it's near the middle of April, maybe the end of April. So you could totally get those chickies done by Easter. Not that you have to. But let's say farm if you would like to win this. So we'll do those 2 giveaways. Farm and hearts. Okay. So next up, we're going to talk about our plans. So my plans for this week are Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow tonight for the last time for this year anyway. Autumn montage tomorrow. Right? Yeah, autumn montage tomorrow for Seasonal Sunday. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know if I'll need that much, but probably will. Flower burst sampler. I don't know if I'll get it done by then, but stay tuned. Thursday is Halloween, so happy Halloween if you celebrate. I generally get a lot of kids, and I generally can't get any stitching done on Halloween. So I've just X'd that day out. It is supposed to rain here on Halloween, so I don't know if that will impact. So I'm not counting on getting anything done on Halloween. But So that means that Friday is the 1st of November, if you can believe that. And I don't have anything written down for plans. So like if I'm close to finishing Flower Burst Sampler, I mean, wouldn't it be great to get 5 finishes in 1 month if I could get it done in October? But, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. So I may hold off on planning anything for Friday to see if I need to give if I'm like that close to finishing Flower Burst Sampler and like one more day or a partial day will get it done, then I'll do that. So we'll see. But because we are starting in November, we have November plans to talk about. So those are my plans for this week. So let's talk about what we're going to work on in November. So some oldies are coming out. My 25/7 piece for November is going to be a piece called Happy Christmas Buck. Oh, here it is. The pages have fallen out. This is what it will look like. It is charted by Leslie Tier. It is in the Just Cross Stitch December 2018 issue. 2018. They had my address label. It was an old address, but I just took it off, so I didn't have to worry about that. But the December 2018 issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine is where it is. It has a lot of Krynock. Does it have beads? I'm using beads instead of. Does not call for beads, but it calls for French knots. So I'm just going to put beads in. I started this last year, I think, for Miss Dina from Half Stitch Cross Stitch for her birthday start. She said she wanted us to start an ornament. This is bigger than an ornament, but she said it was okay. And I started at the rear, which always makes me giggle. So this is where we're at. This is going to be my 25/7 piece for this month. I did start in on some of the back stitching you can see, but there's a lot more back stitching to do. So I may try to finish that up and then move to the front. This is on, I don't even remember what I'm stitching this on. It's probably like a lamb's wool linen is what it feels like. It's kind of stiff. But you can see the Krynock. It's really, there's something, there's going to be something down here. Trees or something. I can't remember. I mean, the chart is right here. Yeah, trees. Trees will be down here, and that's what the French knots are on as like the ornaments for the trees, but I'm just going to do beads. Ain't nobody got time for French knots, folks. So this will be my 25/7 piece. I'm hoping to finish it in November. This is also on my year of whips. So this would be another year of whip finish, and I'm hoping that 25/7 for November will finish that piece. So that's Happy Christmas Buck. Then for the Magazine Monthly Challenge, our theme for November is Through the Neighborhood. Through the Neighborhood. Well, what in the world am I going to stitch on for that? Okay, this is a bit of a stretch, but our rules, right? My rules. I'm choosing One Nation. One Nation is on, I work on One Nation. I pull it out, I think maybe 5 months out of the year when there's like a federal holiday or something like that happening. November 5th is voting day here in the U.S. And Veterans Day is, I can't remember the date. The 11th, maybe? So there are 2 things happening in November. So I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to give it a 3-day rotation like I usually do. And the way I'm making it fit is like our country is like one big neighborhood, right? Right. I'm stitching this on a piece of 32 count Lugana French blue, ironically, by Fabrics by Stephanie. It is a great color, and I'm not very far. Those stars take forever for me. And I kind of want, and I know some people like work on some stars and then go over and work on the lines, the stripes, but I kind of want to make a lot more progress on the field of stars. So I'm hoping to get some good progress on that. I think it kind of got shortchanged earlier this year when I think in 4th of July, maybe it got a little shortchanged. So I'm hoping to give 3 good days to that piece to move it along. Then the acrostic for Magazine Monthly Challenge is by foot. By foot. So for the B in by foot, I'm going to work on Beautiful Things by Lindy Stitches. This is also on my year of whips. It will not get done. I do not expect it to get done this year, but it's going to roll over and it will get done next year. hopefully. I mean, that's the plan. Because I'm not very far along. So this is where I'm at. So I am working on the flower pot that the bird is standing on. So maybe I'll get that done. It will go faster after this section. I mean, this section has a lot of stitching in it. And then I know that fence is a lot. So like this is where I'm at, right? So I've did like the bulk of the stitching. And I know that I've heard that fence is a lot. But then it's the words, which should go pretty fast. And then that border, which is, I mean, there's a lot of color changes, but it's fairly small. And maybe what I'll do is I'll do like the dark, probably I think it's Garden Gate, the dark color first, even though that goes against what I say. And then I'll know, like I can just like hand pick, okay, there's white there, there's white there, there's white there, and keep the color, the thread on my needle and finish it the way. Anyway, that's where we're at. Again, I don't anticipate getting it done, but I'll give it a few days of work, and that will be good to move it along closer since it will be on my year of whips for next year. That's B. Y will be flower birth sampler for year born, because the year the baby was born will be on there. Now, if I finish it before, which again, I don't think I will. I think I will need an extra day. But if I do finish it before, I'll have to figure something else out for Y and change that. F is Christmas Elf Fairy, which I started with Candy from the 614 Stitcher. This is by Mirabilia. I think she's so cute and so pretty. And I'll show you where I'm at. I'm doing this on a special, I can't remember the fact. I have all this written down. It just didn't pull it. But this is where I'm at. This is also on my year of whips. This is where she's at. It's on the special, linen with the snowflakes. I don't know what it's called, but so that's where I'm at. This is on my year of whips for this year as well. I think it can be done. I'm gonna give it, well, it's for the F, but I'm gonna give it, I think, 4 days this month, and then I loosely have it for 5 days in December if it need, like at the beginning of December, if it needs. I don't think it will need all 5 days, but we'll see how far we get. It'd be great to get the Christmas buck and this piece done this in November, and flower sampler in October and November. So that would be 3 more finishes, all on my year of whips. And then the 2 O's in foot are also going to be for One Nation. So I'll do 3 hours per letter. And then the T is Thankful. This is Bloom and Bouquets by Jeanette Douglas. Number 1, Thankful. I started this last year for Karen's birthday. This one was also on my year of whips. It's going to roll over and be on my year of whips for next year. It's also going to be on my whip go board for next year. I'm not putting the words in. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I'm not putting the words in though. So I'll either replicate the design. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. This one I also was going to work on at the end of this month. But it's gotten a little, because I really do want to finish Flower Birth Sampler. Like that one's a gift and is on my year of whips. This one I'm so far from finishing that I don't think I will. But this is as long as it will be. And so we're going to head over and then back up. And then you can see I'm kind of working on the satin stitch border. I'm stitching this with 1 thread because I have the silk thread pack. It's going fine. It's just hard to remember because this is literally probably the only piece I have that I'm stitching with 1 thread as opposed to 2. And then in November, so that's the acrostic and the theme. I'll continue working on Autumn Montage on my seasonal Sundays. I am going to pull out the Biddy Bowl Club November. I think I showed this last week. So I'm going to try to complete these 2, the little pillow and the bag. I think I've given it 3 days. That's usually how long it takes me to finish both of these pieces, like a day and a half each. So we'll see. And then that's 1 last month I have to do next year. So that's kind of my thought process. So I'm going to pull out that. And then I think I'll have some time near the end of the month. If I do, I might pull out Ghost Pumpkin and try to get that finished. That's not on my year of whips or anything, but it would just bring down my my whip count, which I started this month at 68, and so I finished 4, so I'm now down to 64. So we're heading in the right direction, and if I could finish 3 more, that would be great. 61, that would be great. I would love to get it down to like around 40-ish. But a lot of my projects are super big, but this is good. I'm focusing in on some stuff, getting stuff done, so that feels really good. It's really fun that it's all, I kind of knew it would happen, near the end of the year, so it's going well. I posted this both on Facebook in both the Magazine Monthly Challenge and in my Seasook Stitch Facebook group. But November 16th, which is a Saturday, at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, because we're rolling back to Standard Time here in a couple of weeks, I'm going to hold my 2025 planning Zoom call. I do this every year. It's a little bit later than usual, but I do this every year so that people can just kind of gather together and talk about retreats that they know, how they're planning, what they're planning on doing, games or challenges that they plan to participate in. It's a really great resource, and it's really fun, and I learned so much from it. And you can ask questions, you can get great ideas, you can share great information about how you plan. If you have trouble or issues, come, we can help you talk it out. It's always a great time. So I encourage you, if that time works for you, if you do not have Facebook, but you still want to join us, please send me an email and I will send you the Zoom information if you're not on Facebook. But if you are on Facebook, check out the posts in either the Seasook Stitch group or the Magazine Monthly Challenge group. November 16th, 9 a.m. Pacific time. So you'll have to Google what time that is wherever you are. It would be noon East Coast time. So if you're on the East Coast, it'd be noon, if that helps. Other than that, I'm working from home on Monday. I saw many of your comments about my health. I have a follow-up appointment on Monday with my doctor. I'm hoping for good news. I think we'll get some good news. I'm feeling much better. I still do get winded going upstairs, but I can tell it's improving. For those of you who are new, I had pneumonia and RSV about 6 weeks ago now, so I'm recovering. But I do feel like I'm on the mend, and I feel much better. Feel more like myself, and so that's great. And then we have Halloween on Thursday, so happy Halloween, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. And I will see you all next Saturday. Bye.